What's up guys, it's Lord Both here for another video, and Inzoi is a certified success. This comes to us from IGN entitled "The Sims competitor Inzoi sells 1 million in a week. Krafton declares it's a long-term franchise IP." Inzoi has sold 1 million copies in a week, developer and publisher Krafton has announced. That's the fastest sales milestone ever for a game published by the South Korean megacorp. Though to be fair, sales milestone, PUBG was pretty dang popular. The only thing is it was free to play, so it's hard to get sales milestones when it's a free to play game. That said, Krafton's The Sims competitor launched on PC via Steam in early access form on March 28 and quickly hit the headlines. After players discovered they could, you can read the rest of that, Krafton responded to say it had patched out what it called an unintended bug. Yeah, we know all about that. Despite this hiccup, Inzoi has a very positive user review rating on Steam. I think it's in the mid 80s, and saw a peak of 175,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch, for however you want to use that as a grading scale. Ranking third in the games category. It rose to number 1 on Steam's global top seller list by sales revenue just 40 minutes after release. That's actually a pretty good moniker for success. Meanwhile, Canvas, Inzoi's in-game user-generated content sharing platform, so basically their version of Sims Gallery, saw over 1.2 million participants on launch day. I don't really know what they count as a participant, because there's a difference between people who participated by actually doing something in the system or sharing content and somebody who just opened up the program. But it also says that over 470,000 pieces of content were uploaded. So it looks like we might actually have a competitor to The Sims now. And I'm 100% okay with that. EA has been sitting on their butts for way too long, not really doing anything with The Sims other than pushing out more content packs, more expansion packs, and that's pretty much it. Like a work pack, a ranch pack, a city living pack, etc., etc. But they haven't really pushed themselves in terms of actual game innovation. For the most part, The Sims 4 that you have right now looks like The Sims 4 that came out over a decade ago. Which is why this sales data coming out is really good. Because initially, the big thing that Krafton was hanging their hat on as a moniker of success for this game was that in less than 24 hours, they had more people playing, more concurrent players than The Sims 4 on Steam. And it's like, oh, well, good job. You beat the one guy that's your major competitor, and their game has been out for over a decade. That's really not an amazing achievement. But the sales data proves that they're doing quite well, and it may actually push the guys over at EA to do something and innovate The Sims. We already know that Sims 5 has been canceled, and whatever reason they gave, the real reason we know in our heart of hearts is that the devs over at EA, they know moralistically and from a business standpoint, they can't really ask people who've invested so much money on all those expansion packs that have come out for The Sims 4 in the decade plus that it's existed to just pretty much abandon all that for an upgrade of a game that will be, when it comes out, a base game that doesn't have all the stuff that The Sims 4 has in it, which would, however you slice it, harm the new game sales. So what they really need to do over there at EA is go into Sims 4 and give it a Fortnite level overhaul. They need to boost everything. Bump the graphics up, do a whole remodel. And if they do that and get it at least closer to the more realistic style of Inzoi, while still keeping some of that cartoonish charm that I know people who play The Sims kind of like, maybe they can keep their number 1 status, keep having the dollars roll in for those expansions. But if they don't, there's a decent chance that Inzoi could end up eating The Sims lunch. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go and leave in the comments. If you liked this video, go and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.